Well, another phase of the vaccine rollout starts tomorrow, and this one involves anyone 16 and up.
Here to talk more about that is Dr. Laura Saunders from the Institute of Living. Hi, Doc. Happy Wednesday. How are you?
Happy Wednesday to you, Scott and Melissa.
I got my vaccine. I got my second shot on Friday. I was so thrilled to get it. And every time I keep hearing it, though, like another rollout is coming, I think I got to get my vaccine. And then I'm like, I'm already vaccinated. I just need to relax.
Right. You can relax, Scott. You've got your vaccine. However, now we really need to get as many people vaccinated as possible. Starting April 1st, 16 and up are eligible to be vaccinated. So we need to get people out there. It's important to get facts. There's a lot of rumors out there. There's a lot of great sites. I mean, I use basic sites, the CDC, Centers for Disease Control, Connecticut.gov. Get your facts about vaccines from reputable sites. There's a lot of misinformation on social media. There's a lot of misinformation in other places. Please don't get information that is false or incorrect, because then it sways you to think that it's not safe. To the best of our ability, these vaccines are safe, and we all need to get them so that we can return back to the lives as we knew them pre-COVID.
Now, as it is starting to open up to younger and younger ages, are you hearing about people who may be a little bit more nervous about getting it? I mean, obviously, we wanted to protect our elderly so bad in the beginning, but now some of the younger people are eligible for it.
Right. Right now, 16 and up will be eligible. I think there's a lot of reasonable concern. And when you have reasonable concern, you need to get fact-based information. I encourage all parents, families, teens, young adults to get good information. Do the research. I did the research before I got the vaccine. So do the research. Ultimately, it's a personal decision for you and your family. But remember when we went to amusement parks and beaches and movie theaters and family gatherings and we traveled freely? Mm-hmm. We'd like to get back there. We need to get our children and ourselves back to the lives as we know them. But in order for us to do that, we need to get vaccinated as a community, right? You've heard this concept of herd immunity.
Yeah, what is herd immunity? I kind of know what it is, but for a lot of people out there, they don't really understand what it is. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, so herd immunity is the concept whereby we need a majority of people, and it's a little different. I mean, I've heard 70, I've heard 75, I've heard 80%. We need a majority of people to be vaccinated to the COVID virus in order for the group, i.e. towns, communities, states, in order for the group to feel like they are safe. So we need to wipe out the accessibility so COVID can't spread if a great amount of us are vaccinated. So that wipes out COVID in the same way that what herd immunity wiped out polio. Measles is not as much of a problem, although there was an outbreak of measles several years ago because people stopped getting vaccinated. So the herd immunity went down. So the more people we get vaccinated, the safer it is for everyone.
Now, what do you do if you read a headline or your teen is maybe reading a headline, don't get the vaccine, it might have something to do with infertility, or if you read one of those false headlines that you're talking about, how can you sort of reassure your kids that it's going to be okay?
So that's a really good point, Melissa, because that is, in fact, a myth. There is no infertility issues related to these vaccines. They've really been working on these vaccines, the precursors to these vaccines for years. So I just go to fact-based information. I look up the ct.gov site. I go to the CDC sites. Harvard Healthcare has some great sites, vaccine sites for information. So we need to go to fact-based information, right? I worry when young people get their information from TikTok or Snapchat or, whatever else that's out there. So we have to go back to fact-based information. It is, this is new information. This is new for us. So the more we get fact-based information, the better.
And if, the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Tomorrow, we're opening up the floodgates to over 1 million people. You might not be able to get on immediately, but keep trying, right?
That's a good point, Scott. So, yes, what they've seen is that on the first day or so, as they open up for a particular age group, the sites are flooded. So be patient. The vaccines are rolling in. be patient, keep trying. There's a bunch of different sites. Just don't give up. You might take you a couple of days to get into a slot, but the slot might be out a few weeks to a month or two. So, but we want to try to get people vaccinated. So sign up for your slot. There are places doing, marathons for vaccinations. Be patient and keep after it.
Yeah, and it's like I said, I've gotten both of my shots, and I can only speak from my personal experience, but it was painless. I had a sore arm a couple of days. I know some people have had a little bit of reactions, but the sense of relief that I feel having these shots is well worth the shot in the arm.
Same, and I've gotten my first shot, and I also felt just so thankful for all the people who worked on the vaccine, everybody who was there that day to give it to me. I just felt like a huge sense of gratitude.
Yep.
I feel similarly. I'm vaccinated. I've been vaccinated since the end of January, and I felt really emotional when I got my vaccine. It is a miracle. Modern science is a miracle, and this has changed all our lives in a way that it hasn't for 100 years. So we need people to get out, get your information, do your research. But there's so many of us that are getting it because we've done our research, and I really believe in the science. It's the only way we're going to get back to life as we know it.
Thanks, Doc. We appreciate it. Have a great day.